All right. Um, Try this one. From the appearance, do not. I do not. Yeah, so he has to be a good player to play this, and that's not how it would look. This is the best part of 7c3 or 6c2 system. These guys continue to, yeah, fun. So I'm going to do something different. I think the line goes to take takes. A6. The problem I could get into trouble with the b6. If I move my bishop, will then take it is fine. Let's help move my bishop. I've also forgotten theory. Not that I studied much to start with. Okay, now I will take and you take my queen. Okay, now. No, no. The guy has no games, no ratings. Oh, he has games, but he has no. Oh, so he plays casual, that's all. But it should still show those ratings here. Okay, so this is the threat that he's going to play bishop here, take here, and then mate me on h7. Hmm, which is annoying. Check, check. I can take on d4, but he can actually join an intermezzo because that's an actual threat. And I don't want to put my rook on e8. That's not the place for the rook in the Rubinstein structure. This pawn I don't intend to move, and therefore the rook would be very misplaced on e8. The place for the rook in this structure would be on d file primarily, and then once it opens, then the other rook c file. That's where the rooks will be optimally placed. All right, decision time. The reason I'm talking about rook e8 is because I can still play rook e8, and then this is, for example, takes is not immediately made because my king will go king f7, and check will be able to go king e7. So that will not be that strong of an intermezzo if I'm doing something, if I'm threatening something bigger there, so that won't be that much of an intermezzo for him to take here. All right, g6 is a no-no. So if it takes bishop g5, then I'll pretty much have to go rook e8. I do not want 27. I want queen c7. The queen c7, the bishop g5, rook d8, takes, take. The king runs over to e7, but I'm not ideally developed. Like if you give me two more moves, my bishop's on b7, then I would happily go queen c7, allow bishop takes, g takes, move my king, run my king over to e7, and then my two rooks come on g8 and over here, and the bishop is good. The bishops are going to combine, and he's going to have a lot of, he's going to feel a lot of pressure there. The other question is, do I go at 6 or do I allow? Hmm, that doesn't look optimally right to go. That doesn't look like it's it's working. How that is going to be effective because he has better development than me. Let's face it. So this kind of thing is much harder to make it work. So maybe so let's do it for entertainment purposes because I don't want to play. If I'm playing like a tournament game or something, h6 is obviously the way to go. I'll probably calculate for more and then find what would be the best choice there. But for entertainment purposes, we will try and do this. Okay, this does not look the human move, and I'm having a hard time figuring why he would do that. Oh. The thing is, also he's going to reroute it here. It's kind of weird. I got a temper first of all. Yeah, and then this is in the X-ray of the bishop. But I think I would just go with this first. And this doesn't make a lot of sense for him. You might have bishop f5 after this to get out. Then if I kick, if I try to kick queen out of here, then out of bishop f5, blocking. Yeah, so now this looks like a genuine human player. Mm. Mhm. On the bishop on this diagonal, because I want to go b6 and bishop b7, and if the bishop lights go, then everything's on this diagonal. It hinders that plan. So this is a good move in that regard. And if I have to play something like this, then that feels wrong. Then I'll have to constantly also think about what is happening here. Because from there will be ideas like check, yeah, and now made an f7, which I'll have to figure out. So this might be good move. Now I cannot do allow this doubling of the. So if I go bishop e, yeah, bishop takes on take, I take bishop takes, got f5, yeah, I have half a mind to just take and then go straight away f5. It's not my style to panic. I'd rather get how you get strong. However, this might actually be a hindering move in the sense that it doesn't really stop the h7 square, but it provides additional security here. However, this would threaten taking out the h6 pawn, and I to figure out stuff which I don't want to do. Mhm. The knight here actually was the best move for that position instead of simply doing knight f3 because this is actually going to cause me problems on this developing. Yeah, well, well. So now if I go here, then he's just simply going to go 23, and then this will be a problem. It's gonna make me go f5 eventually. This bishop was good here. I don't know why he moved. Okay, he moved it to go get the queen at the head of it, but how is the queen getting at the head of it? Maybe try to go here. Then f3. I get my bishop b7, and then I'm doing look fine. These are the moves. If they're not the best moves, then oh, he's threatened that, and then oh, he's gonna make a double. He's gonna make a double attack on eight. He's here. I should have gone f5. I'll go f5 next one. He's going to take here. I'm going to go f5. Not yet. Little bit too low in time. This bishop e4 if I try to go d5. I can bail out by taking d7 and taking, yeah. That's why I can c6. Okay. Time is the problem. He's going to move the queen trying to catch me on the d5 but my king is running to f6 instead of trying to go here. It can go here too. I'm down 1-1 on the queen side. I'm up 2 on the f and e versus f. It's in a opposite color. Bishop with 2 rooks still on board. I have d2 now because this bishop is gone. The d square. So he challenges d square. Hmm. I can maybe invite a king up to f4, but I cannot do that. Hmm? Hmm. Okay, okay. The rather is doing more sensitive stuff, which is more sensible stuff. It's a double. It's a bit of always a dilemma and argument. Whether to put the pawns on light square and cramp his bishop, or put them on dark square and get them out of the hitting range of that bishop. But then you will give all the access to all the light squares. And the drawback of the putting on the light square of course is they would be harder to defend, easier to attack. It has to come with the look at the intermezzo shit this guy's doing. Okay, I'm not feeling very trusting of this guy. Oh, yeah, that is indeed correct. Grant my bishop, and he's going for the other route. I don't have time. I do not trust this guy. Regardless, we are here to get some instructive content going. Now I should do kind of a minority attack on this majority. Get the boundary tree, we can this guy up, force movement. Should my bishop be on f6 instead of my stupid king? The king should be on a7, my bishop should be on f6. These should be reversed. That's the correct move. You know what, if he pisses me off too much like that, I'm just going to... Oh, I had a chance to go here, but then I do not want to go here and allow the rook to come in like this. This can easily get reversed for black, but then I will know for sure what this guy's doing. I can always go back, that's the point. But if I move the bishop up and put my king here, then I won't be able to go back. He's going to try to open that. I'm going to put my bishop and my pawn here and my bishop there. I don't know that. Oh, but he did give away. He did do this so that now his rook can move vertically without taking check and then black trying to come in. So I did it with not exactly a tender. Yeah, son of a bitch, just too many intermezzo, haven't he? No, I'm not feeling that great about myself. I don't see a way immediately he can do anything. Like here and then rook h3, yes, he can. Oh, that also protects c3 is the point. So yeah, and he did that. So see how everything is working very nicely. This is when I get a little over suspicious. Like it's not even there's no benefit of the doubt anymore. Everything is lining up. He had to move the rook, otherwise he won't be able to move this one vertically. I would take and enter with the other and check with the other and gain control. Um, and so he moved his rook, and when I hit his h pawn, instead of moving the h pawn, after which rook h3 won't be putting pressure here, right? If he had pushed the pawn, let's say here, then he has to go here, and which is a dark square and a bit closer for my king to hit it back, right back, right? So what am I doing? Okay, I'm completely closing my bishop on both ends, which is not optimal. But my point is over here, and then he'll try to probably come in here. Well, I'll try to generate counterplay here. I cannot double there. Oh, I should have. Yeah, see, until now he didn't push it. So he's going to take with the check, and then he's going to check there. Okay, I'll allow it. Maybe I might have to take my rook back on this one. Okay, good there. Yeah. To see that tactic is impossible at that speed. I'll have to check if King G5 is also lost. Yeah. Now I have to get to A2 to get any counterplay, which he won't allow, of course. And his rook is now cutting my king off vertically. This is his extra pawn, which is a passer. This is my extra pawn. So yeah, to see that in that fast, yeah, you should have a bullet rating of 2800 then, 28 2900. If you're seeing that trip that fast. But now it's getting low on time, so now we'll figure out some. Oh, this is again a good, bloody good move. I will actually gamble a bit here. See if he goes there. Okay. I don't know if this is right. This is enough, but that was something. Yeah, that's the problem. That is the problem. When you have to look at two screens and you have to check. Can't move that fast, can you? Please so. Okay, so if this is the best move, then it doesn't feel like it should be working to that extent. Because first of all, well, King G5. So if I take here and I go King G5 instead, is he mating? Well, if he's not mating, then if he's not like Bishop here, I'm gonna make like here. It doesn't feel right. I don't feel like it could work. It can never work. But at the very least, I have this. Next move I'll take here. I'll also have this check. So King G5. It doesn't feel right. I'm gonna take it. So yeah, that was not actually working. I don't think so. I don't think that was working. Yeah, black is like much. Yeah, takes. Yeah, King G5 out the way. I thought that there was a mate there, with what was going in my head, that the guy is a bit suspicious because of his ratings. So I had in my head that that might be mating with mating, but that's just run back. I knew that he's getting bishop back, and then I'll have to sack here. So I thought that maybe this is the way. If it is indeed an assisted combination, like outside assistance, some other source has suggested in that combination, then that's the best move, is what I had the reasoning in my head. Not get immediately mated. And my point was I prolong the game enough so that he loses in time if he is indeed checking every move. But this is actually just a straight up blunder. And it's not that bad for him before. This is the weird move I would never play. Where would I put my pawn on h5? This I would play. Stop c4. But I was feeling a bit of an urge for counterplay. Yeah, actually black is nice. Yeah, Rubenstein's is solid. Rubenstein is solid. The structure is very solid for endgame. Endgames, it's always going to be slightly better for the French guy. Yeah. So I could have fought more with him, but I was playing on increments, so I had to bail out with Queen G6, like Queen G2. Yeah, he cannot allow that. He has much more stuff going on here. After this guy gone, H1 gone, then ooh, So if I move one move back, then I would be like losing. Uh, Not that easy though. Not that easy yet. Not that easy. He has to rerun this guy. And after he moves, the basically has to move this wherever he moves because then this is not a bailout anymore. That's a piece. That's giving a piece. All right. I cannot see my shit because I cannot scroll. Obvious doesn't give that feature. All right, I'll start my game. I think that file is getting a bit longer, is it? Let's do a song. Not really in a playing mood today. Takes, king, queen, that doesn't look like. Oh, I've collect the rook. G pawn was pinned, mate, fork, queen check fork, back rank, mate, winning pawn ending, king is out of the box. On his last move, he has to be able to enter. On his last move. Mate, is it when the rook? Is that the puzzle about? That's terrible. Mate, remove the guard of e7, then fork. Queen f7 is a threat, so he chooses to run with the king. Pawn ending is losing because I get a break on a6. So mate, remove the guard first. Takes, bishop f7, just go. And the king winning the exchange. Alright, so here, what do we have here? Knight f6, it's a queen. Queen cannot leave, guard of h7. Here, after queen d7, I still have to figure out. Pin, side, back rank. That's to take it. Then have to take the queen, other one. Okay, so this check puts them on the again. So basically, I win an exchange. That's what the puzzle is about. That's so it's getting something on e8, but I'll be in time. So I should take with this, not give him an immediate passer because now I'll have enough time to create my own. Push, 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 queen. Deep on the spin. That's the another check. I have pawn g6, rook takes. Nah, pawn g6 breaks the mating method. Eight. Two pieces for the rook. But I was already having a rook for two pieces, so that just equals the stuff. Okay, I want to let it add to my stuff. Oh, this is the mate in French Labordonnais variation, like when they play earlier for. This is what I used to set up all the time when I was 16, 1700. That was my go-to. That's all I'd be trying to do in the Labordonnais. I would keep my queen here on c5, and then that's it. Then the sack on d3. 4. Have to give up the queen. Mate. Queen is trapped. Queen is trapped. That's the queen. Do I give a check? Pawn break. Remove the guard. I don't need to remove the guard. The guard is already pinned. If I remove the guard, actually he can get out of the. Or I should have come up. Otherwise he gets king f3. And I assume the talking. Rook fork. Mate. Mate. Picks up the rook. Queen check fork. Back rank is there, but the back rank square is covered. E1 is covered too much. The Albin counter gambit. Deflection. Mate. Check. Intermezzo. I guess. Into piece. Distraction. Attraction. Mate. Knight check. Mate. F3. Knight colors. I can go in his box, he can't come in mine. So it's fine there. What do I do here? What do I do here? I just take it off. Then pin bishop. He didn't have e5 because the d4 pawn was spent. Pick up with the queen check 4. I don't get mated because knight is there. Anastasia, my lovely Anastasia, knight, the most favorite thing there. That's mate. After 97. How do I combine? Now, if this position is just winning a piece like that, then they distract me. Okay, so this is interesting. How to deal with this? Because now he has to go to rook. He still can't go g8. If his king can't go g8, he cannot stop the emotion. So he's threatening that, and I will check him here, and it's the dovetail. I'll check with the queen. Where's the table? Check with the rook. Now after that, he'll go h4. Easy enough. I don't have to. So I just registered. Let's get the rook. Free rook. Deflection from g8 square. Take. Raise to move. How do I raise to move? This is a good way. No, I cannot take that. F7, conjugate knight. Discovery on the queen to win the queen. He's blocking, he's blocking. He doesn't have G7, so he has nothing. Knight. Decoy or deflection or attraction. This is mate. This is mate from behind. This is just a skewer, that's it. That's it. That's mate. I get a check, and that is a mate in the end. Removing the guard of stuff. I get a knight. I have no ways to do anything on this. Try to take this mate. And that was rather. No, bro, it's not trapped. You thinking it's trapped? Knight. Takes, check, king e6, and rook e1. Oh, I don't. I thought I had a rook, but I just can't take the queen and then up a piece still. Fork, fork. Everything involves deflection. Two types of forks. That was a good part. Then you get everything. Check. What do we have here? To entrap? No. Queen is not being trapped. So Banco kind of. No, it's not a Banco. They just chill over it on. Or just he won't be able to guard the knight. That's it. Bases. What's doing a shame, isn't it? But I'm not paying attention. So this is guarding. Oh yeah, it's a back rank. So you cannot. It's a back rank if you took my queen. Maybe match. Maybe match. Rook f3. Rook f6. He doesn't have a bouncer, I have a bouncer. By the time he creates the bouncer. I can take the bishop straight away. I don't need to take the queen. Mate. Mate. Promotion. Mate. Mate. Deflection of removing the guard. Mate. Hero. Mate. It's a nice one. So, not bad from that is often. I just for sure. Fork. Rook check fork. Remove the guard, then mate. Should be a mate somewhere where yeah. No, it's just mate here. Because half support. The bombs. Mate. You take my rook, I take screen. Check. Is that what this is about? That's what this is about. I don't have a queen, so I need to take this queen. That's not a real problem. That's the problem with this. Oh, I can this queen. Can I? Yeah, I can. We didn't have two pawns on the sixth yet. No, I could have queen. Alright, so this is fork. Next one takes his match. Here's pair of g8 to stop match. And continue. I need to get his bishop. How do I get his bishop? Let's get his bishop. Remove the. It's going to be a fork. It's a skewer. Oh yeah, I have the second rook. So it's going to be made there. Little guard is hiding in the corner. Okay. There's this breakthrough ideas, but that's not really. Okay. Alright. Don't see anything else. I'll take this. Should I? I don't feel I should be able to survive that, so I'll take here and just take the equal material. Hmm. I can take it now. Blocks. I'll take his ear rook with the check is why he cannot take mine in between. He's losing the regardless. Now that's rook h8 check. To get the queen as the head, giving the check. That's up to man. I should maybe play on chess.com. Because these guys suck. Their moderators, their team sucks. Yeah, the lag is a bit more on chess.com. It's a heavier site, but these guys are just terrible. The moderators in particular. That's a Jewish name. Israeli, okay. Well, 1629, 1773, joined 5 years ago, 13,000 games. Alright, I can trust that guy. Dude, this is a quite passive way of playing. But he's not going to cast that himself. Which is probably wiser. Yeah, I'll also give you a bit. But then he'll definitely not cancel, so I should just cancel. Ooh. I'll induce some stuff. Should I induce some stuff? Can I induce some stuff? Well, it might be fine. Bishop a6. Knight takes d3, queen takes d3, bishop a6. I still take c7, queen takes c7, and take his bishop. That's terrible. Well, he has queen c2. That's too much. Queen b7. No, that's a ridiculous time to calculate. Knight b5. What is he actually doing? He's putting a knight on d5. Is what he's doing, of course. No, I'm doing bananas. I want to give him a wish, if not for that. After knight b5, I have to actually respond to. I can go c4, but then he just takes the bishop f. Bishop in there. So that's not really. The timing is not fitting. Tempo-wise, it's knight b5 doesn't very bad because it's just knight d5. If I had bishop on d3, bishop on d3, then it's working because the knight is not hitting. So c4 would hit it. He would hit my line back, which is the only move he has. But I'll take. He will take. Let's see if I'll open. So I put no pressure here. I don't know. No, that feels like that could work. So basically, I have to say my bishop. My opponent offers me a draw. What's you're playing a casual game, bro. They have to go? And tell me in chat if you have to go. Why the hell does he have to? Wins over me? That would be great. I should check this guy out. Okay, that's the problem with OBS. Or one that is there because I haven't figured it out. Is oh, that's not Israeli, that's Argentina. Herrera, yeah, Herrera. It's Herrera. It's not Hazara, it's Herrera. I'm going blind. I thought that was Israel. Okay, so uh, where are the games that he played with me? The problem is I cannot find out here. I'll have to go to a different browser. And here I actually cannot go back to my game. Where's my game? Son of a. Where's my game? What happened to it? Okay, I'll have to go to an outside browser to see. Okay, so my. Oh, he left the game. So it's a draw. White left the game? I didn't leave the game. I was checking his ID. 3 games to be in. White left the game draw. If White left the game, then how is it a draw? No. 3 days ago, 3 days. Oh. So this is the guy I played in stream and probably doing some weird stuff. Oh, he played Bishop before the last time. What in the hell? Oh, I remember this, yeah. Now I remember this. Doing this as well. Oh, yeah, it's a master I had. Did I have you? I think Egypt for something. But then look at that. I had something. Did I have something? Was I drunk? That's a mouse slave, of course. Not used to playing with the mouse. Now, what do I have here? Did I have one? Oh, rook 8 is this. Not that this. And otherwise, I'm getting rook s7. Yeah, that's what I had. E6 no problem. And if queen takes, still this rook f7. Or if queen g8, then I don't know. You can actually go. You can go on prophylactic queen g8 now. Let me check. Queen g7 is not good. This, yeah, must have been a mouse slave. I must have been late. As either high or drop. And he played the same day? Okay, so he played back to that. And now he played the no, it's still me. No, this is the one we just looked at. Let's look at this one. Yeah, now he's white. With the French. Oh, he played this stuff. Yeah. Not that it'd be strange from 3 days ago. Okay, let's do some lobby. Um, Canvas 5 is too long, isn't it? 5-3. 5-3 is too small. I don't get to talk and explain much. If I'm talking, I need more time to think. I can play with a 5 second to 20 minutes with 1 minute, but then I'll stop talking when I start playing 1 minutes. But after because leeches has put me in solitary confinement. Nobody can see my challenge. I have to put it in a format where other people are also putting the same. Jewel Khan Bangladesh. Jewel. And his name is Jewel for Bangladesh. I guess they do have names like that. Ruben Hussein. Okay, what is this? He's playing the French. I don't want to play the French. I'll play the London. I can play the French next game with 1 e4 because I'll play something interesting against the French. Good so far. Yeah. Okay. I didn't get anything. I just have to play a slightly less equalish clash less equalish brinking on the slight less. Okay, that's an interesting decision. Oh yeah, I forgot. Now they win this. Because my bishop is not an f3. If my bishop is an f3, then they don't win this. But now they win this. And there's no king on e8, so this doesn't help. So this is now clearly less. The best part is there's no counterplay. So can I go here? No, not really. Because I don't have any of this access. So he would take cake and I'll have to go here. So I would rather go here to read out it. It is just sad. If I'm gonna play like that, I'm not playing it, it's fine. Usually I have the bishop when I'm playing board, I play with b3, so I go under this a lot of times, and then we play h5. They play g6 and etc. etc. So obviously there's zero compensation for the pawn. If anything, black has the pawn and the compensation as the saying goes. There's no compensation for that pawn. Okay. He's playing quite aggressive. Actively, let's say. Like I said. So if I hit King's Indian Star, is he going to push King's Indian Star? Yeah, it's going to push. And if I then is he also going for F5? I'll put my knight here, he will defend it. Wow. पता नहीं मुझे भी नहीं पता भाई ठीक है rook e1 okay he might just take on e3 then in that case okay so I'll first give him a reason to try and be not that bullish in f5 because then I'll get the check which is not a big deal even if I get it yeah it's just the best position there's nothing to even try no tricks we will play for tricks anyways to make it entertaining let's go bishop f3 this is not really a trick I don't have any tricks takes and queen d3 would be very annoying. I'll have to defend it. But then the queen's misplaced here. He can't cover. He can, but that's not going to do a lot of this. But then I don't really attack the thing, so maybe it's fine here. Terrible, terrible position. He's going queen e7 if I start to if I try to. I also don't have a knight in f3, so I don't have any b4 trickeries. Knight in e4 isn't really doing much. He'll go queen e7. Then I cannot really attack at the second time. That's the problem. With queen e7, I'll go queen e1. He will then also be able to go f5 because uh, my bishop cannot come here at that instance, and because of which, alright, I'll go bishop b5. There's not really much to do, and Oh, that's a nice book. Is bloody YouTube not working? Or what the hell is going on? What is YouTube's problem now? So he'll go 27 and he will be able to go fly, so this should work. And if he goes 27, then this is just an extra, nice extra 10 for him. Should I just start trying to go something? Yeah, I think it's time to just go all in. But I don't have good avenues to flush the pieces in immediately. It'll take too much time, and by that time, that's more than enough time for him to consolidate if I try anything. It's just a terrible position for white. There's no real hope of any counterplay. This is when these Jabal Londons and all these backfire. Well, I'm trying to put a knight here, and you say 6, then go knight here. So now actually 94 will be a double threat. That's my little tricks. And tricks are all white can do in this position. So knight e5 hits this, and then if it plays queen e7 or something, then just it hits this, and I get a pawn that's in fair enough. Why am I down? I'm down just a pawn. Apart from being in a terrible position, space-wise, and due to other positional factors too. Yeah, he's taking this time now as he should because once he safely steers his way out of this, is just winning for black. So this is indeed the correct time to spend time on, correct position to spend time on. That is the correct move. And after this, I'm threatening to come here, he will play 8-6. But then he goes in nuts. After this, what does he play? 97? Yeah, 97. Oh, look at that, 97. So 97, and then 97 makes him available to play, eligible to play with. And I'm guessing he's just going to sack to, and also if 8-6, then I would take. If after my knight comes, then 8-6, then I take. He's just going to take that. Yes, so he's not losing that much. It feels like it should be working. Something should be working, but cannot really make it work yet. But okay, not at all. Now to queen check. Mate. This will have a tendency to dream like that. Knight 3, 97, knight g4. Knight 3 doesn't have to play 97. I don't know that. There's also a 4, knight g5, 8-6. I take his knight, it takes mine. Yeah, f4 might actually trap on bishop there. Because after let's say I take his, he takes mine. Even if I take queens, yeah, I take queens. This pawn is going to be in g5, and then f4 would actually trap. So now it's 3 f4, for example. Knight g5, 8-6. I should go plus 7 actually. Plus 7 cannot be possible because he has to take that. Takes. Yeah, so now he's not really losing much with any of this. I'll just ask him and see what he does. If he's genuinely playing, then yeah, if he is, I think he might be. Then 5 years ago, but during the Queen's Gambit race. Most people learn from that So now this indeed is a threat to be dealt with. Position is speaking ahead to the space block. is using Quarantine. And I hate the fact that this is going to become Barca. So at the very least, white needs material, which by the way, white is down right. Oh, I don't think my game is showing. That's hilarious. I'm actually playing on a browser that's not part of the OBS. Alright, close this. Browser, copy paste, get the link, paste. Okay, interact. Yeah. Now it is showing, yeah. 95 is the threat that he's going to struggle to respond to. Yeah, so I think objectively still it might be there might be defenses, but like what about rook f6, yeah? 95. No, 95. It's too many threats. 95 comes with the threat of f7. I think what he should do is h6. No, he cannot do h6 either. He cannot do h6 either. So now he'll have to give up an exchange. Now I'll have to give up an exchange. Oh, yeah, he'll still have to give up an exchange. Oh, actually, what about queen here? Queen here, rook takes, knight takes, and then I take with he'll just play knight just and I don't have the smothered. He will play knight g6 back, and then I'm looking like an idiot. I'll take knight, but then he's not really losing to. Yeah, he is not. No, he's not. Let check. Oh, he is because this is going to be. Oh, you can take with the pawn. You can take with the pawn, and then on check you can go. It's that way. It's not. It's not. What do you call it? Discovered. So green has 7, even though it looks nice after 96. I feel. What about this? And then everything else. That's not a big enough of a threat. I'm nothing in 96. Like I said, I'm trying to find something flashier. 27 really doesn't matter. Mm, yeah, nothing flashier. 27, 96. No, nothing flashier. Now you're gonna 96 back, yeah. Oh, time. It's okay. Bit to finish it. Why is he going e4 after this? Now his central pawns are going to be very annoying. They are going to be very annoying. So I need to put my rooks in the center somewhere. Yeah, I guess I'll put this one here. Hint. 4. What am I doing with that 4? I don't know. Give it down. Oh, I don't have time. Yeah, that's not the move I was playing. F4 takes. Rook check, no. Rook check, I'm not. Oh, I should have taken it. But he's not going to take with that anyways. Now, if you took with the other knight, I would have had. Oh, but now they still have 4. But then, no, this gets pinned. Oh, but he can take, no, he cannot take that because I am also hitting the rook, baby. And I understand what you're trying to do there. Hmm. Now it's two, two exchanges up. And the center is now not that scary. This is a passer, but okay. Not that big of a problem. He's now definitely worse. Not worse. Obviously he's worse. I'm saying definitely lost. So this is a little... Oh, should I break it up? I think I should break it up first. And then do this. There's nothing. Yeah. Now it's completely falling apart. Mm, is he gonna play with the king? You cannot. Yeah, you have knight takes. Yeah, bishop takes. If you do bishop takes, then I'm gonna hit your knight. Oh, he has a fork. He has a nice fork. Which is fine. I can afford that. I'll keep his king cut off for now. There's no more checks. We'll wait and see what he does. If he leaves e6, then I come e6. Oh, he can move the knight. No checks. It's going to come to a light square. My king is on a light square. So that's going to be a check. As a rule. So he can go there on f4. I actually should encourage him to go f4. Because then I get a tempo on it with king f3. He has to go like knight e6. Then I push the pawn. Yeah, I should maybe encourage. Oh, he's also attacking that pawn. Oh, he's attacking that pawn too, yeah. He's attacking. That's the one is to take. I'm going to now take this one. Yeah, I'm horribly misplaying it. He also could have taken the other one. So I'll first save this one. I'm gonna take this one. Yeah, you cannot save that. Really. It does have a check. That's all. Only check is all he has. That's an annoying thing because he's trying to keep me killed. Put the knight in g2. And then here it is, and if I go back f3, then it's going to back to e1 to check. So I'll go up actually. Okay, check there. Well, let's first ask him if he's coming up to give me check with that tempo. I don't need the rook to be guarding that. Still a check. Why am I continuously walking into knight checks? Oh, that's nice. They're going up. I hate that I keep walking into knight checks. Okay, I'll take this now. Now I'm trying to take it. Now how do you defend it? Okay. Am I getting forked? Yes, I am, but the pawn wing is winning. Now I'll just win the pawn and wing collapse. Simply. Yeah, of course he has completely winning. I think the trickery with Queen h5 that, but positionally speaking, Black was cruising. Black was, uh, yeah, that was not just a pawn down position for White. That was a terrible base cramp also. Yeah, if I open the engine right now, it'd be like minus 1 point. Yeah, price is blue. Yeah, so I have to do something here. Carve B for square, but it's going to play F5, so I tried to find ways to discourage F5 before playing that D4. Yeah, this is not a good way. He is doing this because he's thinking, oh, I might be going for some bishop of C6, I guess. Yeah, but I don't think that's a good one. That's where he gave me at least one free move, let's say. And I go there, playing the F1. Now I am indeed trading 94, and I'll be very happy to come out 94 and keep pressuring this. Then I'm gonna try to go for F4 in a way where this is not possible. And then maybe even go F5. So yeah, King H8 makes sense, but now I get my queen in first. Another ideas. Yeah, black pieces are not optimally placed for defense. They're placed for nice central play. They're placed for his rooks are not even connected here, so he needs to move the queen and connect the rooks, but the question is there. I think queen e7. Queen s6 even. Then if I go knight f3, knight 3, knight 3, queen f6 gets hit with knight e4. So queen f6 is not a choice. But yeah, here they have to be careful. Maybe go for the prophylactic 8-6, which makes zero sense. Like that sounds like someone with no survival instinct would play. But I feel like stopping this as a threat is important. So he went f5. So he says, okay, I've gone king h8. Now I'll prepare f5. And of course, black is still, I feel, better. But positionally, in those sense, if there's no tactics, then black is clearly better. But the only way white can make any decent argument for compensation is by creating something. So that's why I went all in with the pieces. There's no point in trying to contest the central pressure, try to do something on the queen side. That is it. If the attack works, it works. throw all your pieces. If it doesn't, then it was lost anyways. Yeah, rook f6. Yeah, this is now immediately very hard. That's why I said 8-6. If he played 8-6 before playing f5, then yeah, that would have that would have helped him. If instead of f5 he played 8-6 here, then this move is not really. Yes, I do have this little tactics to win the on there, but this position now, okay, the material is even, but he can now consolidate. Move the queen up. You see, put both the rooks on the f file, and yeah, he can consolidate very nicely. And the center is quite nice. F6 maybe was also maybe, isn't it? That also stops G5. Yeah, F6. F6 also feels like. It doesn't feel optimal, blocking your own queen and stuff. But I'm guessing, yeah. Then I would have tried to go like F4, F5, and Rook F3. We should have to stop. Or Rook F3, then we start to sack, sack. But actually, sack doesn't work because he can block on H4. Not after F6, yeah, not after F6, so sack does work. But even for F6, this is kind of stuff I would be trying to go for. Let's make one of these. Oh yeah, I cannot take. I have to go like five. My point is that I'm going to do is something like ideal working only in cases where your bishop is looking at the g8, or if you're black, then g1 square. Then you just try to somehow you check on the h file. Okay, yeah, this is just a terrible opening uh, opening play. Simply down it for no reason. But then this is now, yeah, now I think black is already beyond the point where it was objectively better, but practically tricky. Now he's actually, because now I don't think there is any good defense. He was at least losing an exchange, nevertheless, because 95 has too many things. I was thinking he can maybe do G 8-6 after, but again, knight f7 at least is an exchange, and that least is actually what I got in the game, and that was enough. Yeah, he found this. It's nice. He found this, and now I was trying for queen f7, but queen f7 doesn't work. He doesn't have to take. He'll just go back. And now I actually don't even get an exchange. Now I don't even get an exchange. Now after this would be a mistake because then I take the queen with a check, so it's not getting my piece back. The one like I checked my queen for a piece. I got a queen for giving no piece because I'm going to take here. So, but the thing is, what I saw here is why this is not working is because he can take this way, and then on check he can go king h7. Now he will take it back, and I earned absolutely nothing out of that. Two rooks, two pieces, two rooks, two pieces, yeah. So that's why, even though I wanted to go with a nice queen of seven, I decided not to. And he would move his knight, so this is easily defensible after knight g6. This is kind of forced. Yeah, now everyone is low on time. This rook b8 placement. The second he placed it there. I understand he's trying to generate pawn breaks in play, but the second he placed it, I started eyeing him. That's about the lines, the alignments. Yeah. F4 was not possible here because the rook is looking here. The bishop is looking here. He should actually. Yeah, he should actually. He should take this first. Yeah, actually. Now that I took it, he should not take back on F4 immediately. He needs to do this. Now it's working. Now it's definitely working. Because you want a piece. Now I must still get the rook knight. Or actually, I'm not getting rook because he can block with knight f4. If he goes with knight anywhere else, then this is again a tempo on the rook. And I get at least a bishop, which I gave. So I will still be up in exchange. But the problem is here he can actually go knight f4 and I have no ways. Oh, I do have a way. No, I don't. Because h5, after taking, he's also hitting the rook. So then this is not working. Maybe this first, yeah. This first takes, no h5. Yeah. Now if it takes, then I just get this. So yeah, not the most ideal, but yeah, it should still be able to convert it, even though he has this. The dark square bishop actually very nicely broke up his pawn. Um, yeah, because you see, if I went immediately, then the problem is that after this, then I'm giving him time and stuff. Yeah, I'm giving him time. It's not that it helps. It should help him that way. But after this now he has nothing. Now it's hit. There's no way to defend it. The bishop is completely blocking this knight off, and this knight doesn't have this square or this square, this square or this square to defend the pawn. So this is just a lost pawn. Six. Mm, mm. Yeah, here I have too much, so I'm becoming less respectful towards tactics because I have too much. I can give whatever. Oh, that is indeed the best move. Yeah, because makes the conversion easier. When you have extra, you can always get something back. It makes the conversion simpler. However, this was not very simple. I was not happy giving up as much as I did, or missing as much as I did. Yeah, now just pin the knight with the pawn game. This becomes easier. Alright. Of course, now, well, it's just much worse. Yeah, -2 it is. I agree. Oh, he has to go f5 straight away. The bishop s3 is played to discourage f5. That's exactly what he should do. And then on check, he will go king h8, and then on queen h5, he's one move faster. See, one bishop d7 that he gave me was a waste of a move, and that was enough for white to have generated stuff here. Yep, f5 indeed is the correct move. So I don't care whatever the next after knight f3, whatever the next move is. I'll tell you that is not a guarantee that all black players would find it. Oh, that's simple. That's very simple. Oh, that's horrible. That's very simple. That's too simple. Why is that being missed? Nothing can happen on E5. Nothing can happen on H4. That's actually very simple. Hmm. I have knight here. Then it's of course lost here. I could also call it that after rook f6, that is lost. Until rook s6, I felt that it is objectively winning for black. After objectively much better than black, but practically he still has to figure out serious way out of that this attack, and after that, once he consolidates, is when he will be winning. But now to rook f6, it was clear that he's at least well, it is kind of straightforward that he's losing exchange at least. It cannot be that he's objectively that much better anymore. Yeah. Hmm. H4. The exchange of the queen did not help him that much. Yeah, that's the second exchange. That's blindness. Because of lack of time, it is fine. Oh, I don't play any even now. I think I should play 5 plus 3 or something instead of 10. I'm getting kind of tired. I'll play 5 5. Do people play 5 5? Caruana 1970. Playing a 5 0. But my problem is I cannot play fast with the mouse. Ah, King's Indian. King's Indian attack. I hate this. I'm not supposed to take first of all. But that's why design is testing out. Is testing out a course or a repertoire or something. That's why I resigned because I took. And taking is not really shown much in courses, is it? Rapid Swiss. No, Swiss is too slow. Let's pick up again. So some is I might get because nobody can see my game also anyways from the lobby. So I have to put in somebody did put in 5 5. 1575 bit is suspicious. Amo, London. Yeah. Come here, I don't care. You prepare for this, and if you block it, yeah, it's just terrible. A terrible bind. It's objectively always fine, but practically it's just terrible bind. It's a terrible bind. Oh, seriously? Seriously? Oh, he's making me take here. He's making me take here on g3 to open the h file. That is the point. I don't have to take there, but I also don't want to check him yet on f4. That just helps. You can get his king out of there. Yeah, I don't like taking, of course, but I also don't like bishop f4 check. Bishop f4 check might be the only, objectively only thing to do. If I take the h file opens up, yeah, I don't really need to calculate. What's coming after that? That's quite brave of him, by the way. Let's see. Coming forwards. If he's being brave, why don't I drink brave? Try being brave. Takes, and I go 95. Takes, and 95. Knight a5. What does he have? He doesn't have any immediate brave takes, does he? No, he does not. He used to play something like, he's going to play something like b3, isn't he? And takes, he's going to take with what? Yeah, you know what? I'll just walk into it and see what he does. Okay, on this year's a3, and I don't have any Lord Asper Bishop sack on a3 anymore, so I think I'll have to just go here. He will take there. Should I start my g5? I don't care, I don't know. Now he's going bishop back to d3, or he's going rook to c1. Well, you know what? I'm just going to be a little bit disrespectful here. Because knight takes f7 doesn't work. On e6, my rook is placed on e6 yet. That doesn't work. Or on e8. Why the hell is my rook on e8? Oh, because I was preparing e5. Yeah, I'll just try to be disrespectful and take that. g2 pawn. Nobody should take the g2 pawn there, man. You know what? That actually didn't change much. Yeah, okay, he got a tempo with the pushing that. He's not. He's not. He's not concerning that much yet, but now he will because his queen will come and directly look here. And g4, g5. Now I will start to concern me. It's a 5-5. He's at 6, huh? Queen b7 is an attempt which I don't like. It will be f3. Bishop b7, bishop g2, in essential, just this was just a waste of tempo. I cannot move anything. I cannot move the base like that. Check and go rook e8, he will go g5, or even knight here. But my king can run. That much is that is factor converting factor. Or oh, what did I do? I had to take first. That is stupid. I got confused. Okay, I had to take first. Alright, mess. This guy seems legit. Oh, come on, man. It's casual. Why are you running from casual? Why is this still a rapid? 5 plus 5 is still a rapid. What the hell? Okay, is this guy legit? By the way, for playing that fast, because he was playing that fast, why is his bullet 1500 then? Ooh, the Benoni. I love the Benoni. I love both sides of the banana. Not so much the black side as much as I love the white side of it. This knight will go and sit here, and this bishop will go here. Hmm, that's interesting. He's playing interesting. He's going bloody knight here. So you know what? I'll just go straight away here. I'll stop it for now. Now I'll put my bishop in a straight. Ooh, okay. So he's going knight e5 now. Should I go f4? Then he will go knight b6. What's one thing he has not done is a6, which all Benoni people do. So a6, a4 is already always been included in the position by this point. Fucking bots on my chat. Okay, so I do want to go f4, but I do feel that it is very, very overextending unreasonably. And then even if I stop e5, he's still going here. So maybe I go here first. If he chooses to go e5, then fine. And if he chooses to, okay, so what I can do is here, 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 for access, and then I'll go a4, a5, kick the knight, and then put the knight on c4. Does my bishop want to be in f4? I don't know. I need to brush up on this stuff. I'm getting confused a lot. Probably I should stop getting high. That might also help. Okay, so I do not really like this f4 move ever. So what's wrong with bishop e4? Oh, 95. So you know what? You can have that. No, we can't. Okay, I'll play f4 and stop it. But I want to put my bishop on f4. I don't think I have a choice. I cannot allow 95 either. And once the knight comes, it's not like I can then play knight it's stopping a switch for other ideas. The problem is if I play bishop f3, then I won't have f4 after he goes 95. And bishop f3 is basically the only move I can make. If I go here, I allow 94, which is something I don't want to allow. And also 95, which is again, I don't want that. Yeah. This is weird because he's not included a6, a4, which is different. I don't know what's different about it, but that is different. Because I usually always crush the Benoni without problems. There's something different here. I don't like f4. He's making me do it, but I don't like it. Well, Finally, a6 a4 is here. Not that it changes much. Yeah, see, he's not fucking playing knight b6 either to give me a5 at temple and then I go here. He will play knight b6 when I go knight c4. He's going to put the bishop back and then prepare for fate. Something is different, I cannot tell what. And now my stupid pawn on f4 is stopping my bishop from putting extra pressure when I do get finally a knight c4 here. Yes, I like this me like you. You don't have the big on push without a pawn being hit. Oh, okay. I'm going to actually knight f5 knight c6. That's a common thing. At least in my games against Benelli when they try to do this stuff. I go for knight f5 knight c6. Threatens knight c6. Is he gonna exchange everything? Oh, that pawn is just hanging. Fucking hate that I had to play f4. You know, if I'm gonna play f4, then might as well go for the bloody attack. But I was trying to play on the queen side. Nevertheless, let's see what you do. Now this bishop is going to be extremely stupid. It would have no place to go to. Yeah, nothing makes sense. Rook a3. Trying to develop the rook without moving this. Oh, I don't have time. Not that would change it much. Yeah, that b4 is not it. After I move the knight and this stuff happens. The rook is looking at b2. There's also a way of playing against the phenomenon, which is like, with early f4 and, king side attack. Those games are that's also a very nice way of playing. You get a lot of tactics there, a lot of nice tactics. But then those are like, that's burning the bridge's stuff. It is not us, not my general. So I do that only for the sake of making the game entertaining. And see, this motherfucker is just pissing me off. Piece of See how he's not going b5. Anybody would have gone b5 by now. Why did he play there? That isn't this stuff. 935 games in 4 years. That's a that's the second or third or fifth account of someone who is not allowed to use the others now. So he's come back to this one. 108 in 4 years. So now he will get this knight before after b5. And he stopped this. I cannot go like this. He will just take it. And then he will go here. Will this motherfucker give me time? Yeah, that pisses me off even more because I know when do people give time? Why they are so confident that they are going to win, that they start giving time. This is not a position where black is so winning that he can be very sure that he is winning. This is barely just a little better because of material, which black has an extra pawn. barely even that. So for someone to have the confidence is nothing else but a more of an indication. So now this is the c4 Benoni move, with knight coming to c5. It's just pissing me off more and more, but there must be something wrong with it why I played bishop b4. Oh, so he's going b4 without this pawn being hanging. God damn it, this guy pissing me off. Now we'll go c4. Now he will lose if he goes c4. He'll lose that pawn. So what is he going to do? Now pin my knight in e5. Oh, that I'm not so sure about. Okay, so what he's doing is now he's preparing b6 takes, and I don't have knight in e5 to go here, and even if I did, this is not a fork. So I'll put it back here anyways. c4, yeah, c4 must be not allowed. That's what he's going for, c4, and that gives c4 is often even a sacrifice pawn in Benoni. So now he's going to get 94. To stop 94, I need to go queen c2. Yeah, so he basically first went completely. Yeah, now this is lost. See, very calculated, which is not his calculations. Yeah, everything had to be really perfect and come in order, which it did not, out of his calculation. Yeah, you had to move the queen first, otherwise this pawn was defended. Yeah, piece of shit. I need to find just the player, and then I need to stop. I need to just do rematches with people who I know are genuine. Yeah, that's not bloody 1963 player 11 of play. That is going e4, sorry, d5. And then knight is going to struggle for squares. Or he's going to do that to throw the people of the straight. Actually, this one is square. Yeah, there's nothing. Yeah, I know exactly how many people struggle when I do stuff against them. But this piece of shit is obviously playing it with precision. With the resources that are not that easy to figure out over the board for economic players. But of course, for him, they are easy to figure out. He can take my knight and then go knight c2. He can take my bishop and then go knight c2. But no, he cannot. Or maybe he can. They were simplified. Okay. No, but that just takes. He just takes you. Takes. It takes my knight and c3. I'll take this. With the tempo in the book. So I'm not losing to these bastards roam freely on leeches. Because the moderators, stupid moderators of leeches, are too busy trying to ban people out of their hot ego instead of doing actual stuff. Yeah, now he's going to play some of the, you know, moves like get off the trail moves, like lose the tail moves, so that he's not caught. Oh, look at how this is working. Knight f7 is how knight f7 is not working. See that? See that shit? Okay, so and now there's bishop d4. It's not a tactic, it's just a blunder. Okay, this is kind of him getting low on time, not being able to check as often what is being suggested. But I could have won this so easily. Just trying to be unnecessarily. Hmm, okay. I'll actually not play a 5-4, I'm going to play a 5-3. Then on my day today, it's more common. No, I should have analyzed the last game. It's the bloody exact same thing. Bloody flop. It's the exact same thing. I should have analyzed it. I'm so pissed I want to sack my rook every play 95. What happened to me? I used to crush everything only with this. And now this, what is this writing? Question mark. I need to uh, who joined 1 month ago. No boost, nothing. 231 games. Yeah, okay, nevertheless. I'll put the knight and a3 in. And then again, same seat will be lost after 95 and it takes. Yeah, this person. Okay, this doesn't seem optimal. Yeah, this is not optimal. Oh shit, that's a discount. I should have gone e3. Oh, okay. Now I cannot really do much about that. I should actually go now e3 because if it takes, then takes, then takes, then takes, then takes, then queen takes, this is the pawn. c5 is the pawn that's going to be weak. Yeah, then this, and then it will go h6. I will keep the pin though. Go with g5. Go for it. But yeah, he has seen probably now that we can take here, so that's why he's really not wanting to stay on that pin. It seems like he has not. Alright, then how do I defend that? Knight, I do not. I can very nicely forward, takes, so I have to go here, but then he will take and again take my c2 pawn, which is very annoying. Recurring shit. It actually stopped me from playing c4. Knight c4, that's the thing. Let's go e4 for now. H94 takes. Oh, he's then gonna put his rook on d4. Yeah, this is just getting worse and worse and worse and worse. Show you h4 with g4. Even knight b5, but then this works in a better way. Takes, takes. Yeah, none of this is very sound objectively, I can just tell. But if I do play knight d5, then how is it defending? Oh, he's going knight e4. And then if I take, follow the hit. Takes with the rook. Yeah, gonna get very messy. Yeah, can't do it nevertheless. Yeah, he is going to defend it. And now I've given him um, a free a6 because I don't think I can take this on account of rook there. I give him a free a6. Now my knight is still bloody hanging, yeah. And now he will get 94 also. Yeah. And now you see that's fucking too conveniently falling in his place. Yeah, that's bullshit. 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 Yeah, he's not taking bullshit. Shit. Yeah, why did you resign? Are you afraid that you will get caught? I don't see this as a blunder. It's not a blunder. Takes, takes, takes. What's a blunder? It hangs anything? Daggers knight f5. That's not Russia. Yeah, these h6 and g5 have put a lot of holes around his king. So I think long term is why the computer feels white is better. Yeah, I haven't heard because the general plan is not working. That has always. I need to brush up on what I used to do. Whenever you just positionally press, you put a knight c4 and whenever is over. That that doesn't work that easily anymore. These guys are getting good, maybe. Nevertheless, who the hell I keep talking to? There's nobody here. Alright, 27-6. E6, d5, takes. Ah, what you doing about that, bro? He's gonna give a pawn. Then he's gonna play knight. Here, that is interesting. I won't be able to defend that actually. Maybe I will. Not a good idea. This looks very long. But that defense for the meanwhile. I'm gonna take and then I can go at 6. I can also simply gonna d5 and on knight here go just simply f6. That works. No. I can also go here, force him to give his dark square bishop. Then if he takes the knight, then I go rook f8, and he will be kind of, that will be the only move he can do because knight takes. Bishop will be on e3. Happening here. Now not overthink it. This clearly is not something someone too suspicious to be suspicious of. And now if he goes knight there, then I'll have this. Alright, he can hit my rook. He can hit my bishop. That does defend his rook also. Oh, this now he's playing a little bit too good. He's going bishop d6 if I take it. So, okay, so now this is again, once again, I am suspicious. Maybe I'm just playing bad. And he's playing a little too fast also. Not a pawn, so what the hell is this? Okay. Offers a draw, up yours. You're gonna ask for a take back. That I'll give you. If you're playing c3, I'll give you benefit of the doubt there. That you were playing c3. I think I'm just off to the my strength is really bad. My favorite opening to play against was the Benami. Every time I've played over the board tournament, every time I've played any Benami specialists, beaten all of them. Now it seems I've lost the touch of it. How did you already? अरे अभी बना रखी थी अभी कॉल So he's gonna make me run out of time is what he's doing. Which is fine, he can do that. Yeah. A casual game, I can just resign. I'm not giving him a draw. Giving a draw applies, but I believe there's a draw. And it's not a draw. Why the hell do I have 1,000 taps open? So Okay. Like actually, I think I should. I'm getting very annoyed with leeches. Firstly, the moderate is set, and the entire consistent. No, I think I'll have to delete it, then add it again. Oh, okay. That's just browser, browser two. Yeah, I'm pretty sure Deutsch. We can have that. Yes, here's 11, 9. Like, show that one as ending. Okay. Let's interact with browser. Log in. That's the username. Chess moves goes. Again. The hell? I'm not able to see. The hell? I have to configure it. Yeah, I cannot see the word. What's wrong with this guy? It's been met by. Hmm? Yeah, but my. Oh, did I get it right? Doesn't. Almost. 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 Okay. I think that can work. Is it working? No, it's not working. I need to configure it properly. There's no. We should have default the proper ones in the default. 800, the 800 help to make bigger, to make smaller. The alternative didn't feel like it did much. So let hi Courtney, I'm trying to configure this ship. Chess.com. It's not the default stuff is not right there. I think that might work. Okay. You're playing a Rubinstein. Good help. They should give a way to go back. Okay, there is a way to go back on the pre-move. That is due to the right click. It's not there in the phone. Yeah, it's doing normal stuff. I do not want to take with the bishop. I can do that too. It's not a big enough problem. You can play that in game. King takes and then king, yeah. That's fine. Hmm. He really wants to play an endgame. He really wants to play an endgame. You know what? I'll grant him his wish. He can play an endgame. Hmm. Where's that knight potentially have it? Yeah, that's fine. That is fine. I have two bishops, and I am very happy with that. I know you'll check. There, okay, first I'll take over this check. Oh, there's knight d6. Can't. So I'll first go here then. Yeah, I'm trying to, but if even if I go there, I will still have to take it. I'm trying to keep my two bishops, but it turns out I most probably won't be able to. What I'm going to do is give it my which bishop should I give? I think I'll give it my dark bishop to create imbalances just for entertainment purposes. I'm in and out because of the time. It's fine. It's fine, Gardner. I'm just enjoying the games. Alright. So 96, and what I intend to do is not take it. So I'm going to keep my last bishop, and I'm going to. So putting the pawns on the light squares is good. You can take if you want to take. You can after that enter if you want to enter. And I'll go just right back. However, that might be, yeah, that might be stupid because, yeah, he's going there. And now, knight takes Yeah, this is again worse. This is much worse. I keep getting into these worse positions. If I go here, someone played something like this on an over the board game, and that was computer preparation because he saw me playing Wittgenstein in an earlier game that was on top boards, so they were DET boards, and he saw me play that, so he prepared. And this is the kind of thing he prepared. But this is a I don't know, some line in the end game. So if I go here, the problem is he'll take it, and once I go here, um, he will be able to. Yeah, that is just extremely unpleasant for absolutely no reason, no compensation. I think if I push the pawn, yeah, I'll just bite it. Let's see what it does. Oh, I don't have rook a7 by the way because my rooks are not connected. I need to also move my king. Yeah, this is not ideal. This is not ideal. He will play bishop b7 in the end and take this. I don't even know the fuck out of t7. The bishop needs to move out of that. So I'll come to the check. So he needs to play rook d7 instead of that for nothing because I'm also going to threaten rook a1 to take us a2. Maybe I'm not because this king will move on a check. Yep. So he preemptively gets out of it, stops the doubling. Yeah, just terrible, horrible position. For absolutely no reason. Now he might want to play f4 because he wants to defend it with the rook instead of pushing it. But I might have this. He will have this. I'll go up, and then he will take, and I cannot take his bishop because my rook is hit. My rook will be lost. So if I do this, and he hits me with this, do I have this? No, I don't because it's not exactly a windmill. And if I don't take here immediately, then it's just one-sided after that. There will be no counterplay. There will be nothing to create counterplay. So it shows some instructive games, but not instructive, entertaining games. But these guys taking the person working even as a trick. It's not that hard to navigate. Oh, he did play c3. Then his need for this syndrome doesn't make sense because he did play c3. And now how is he stopping? B4. He's going to play A3. Oh, but if I go here, takes, I am then infiltrating. And then immediately this is check. Yeah, actually, not that it does much. I think I'll get a pawn there. Yeah, this I think C3 was wrong. He needs to defend it with the rook. That's the whole point of F4. Because otherwise this bishop was stopping the rook from defending the pawn on C2. Because, yeah, so he C3 was something that gave me at least something. Well, this is smarter, but it still loses a pawn. But he's still gonna have a pawn. But he's not gonna have a pawn, but he's gonna have extra pawn on the queen side. On the queen side. My extra pawn is not optional. Creating a pass with mine might not be that easy. And the reason I kept up with bishops is because it creates something. Which I have knight now. Yeah. He has to take with the rook height. Oh, with the what does it take with? Yeah, with the pawn he has to take. After which, now it is very tricky. Now it's very, very tricky. What if I take with this? Um, Rook here might not be a good idea because I have a discovery, but I don't think I have a good enough discovery. Just checking. Sure. This it will just go. Oh, I have this. I have this. If the rook goes in. So what else? He will, I think, move the king, but he cannot. If he moves the king immediately, then I might not have. Regardless, I'll see. I'll see what he does. It's an outside pass for most of the endgames, so I still have to look for dynamic play rather than trying to play technical endgames. Technically, the outside pass might be a problem in most of the direct, simple endgames. So we still have to try and make it more middle gaming as instead of end gaming. Okay. Yes, that is something that you require very good understanding to play, but is that saving him? Because this hmm, over here. Oh, he cannot walk on the second, but I because I take the check, check. Yeah, actually, he cannot walk on the. Oh, I don't have time. I think there's something here, but I don't have time. So he cannot go to the second rank, which now. Oh, now he can. Now he can. Oh shit! Because of that. Oh, this is plus zero. How this is plus zero? I thought this is increment. Plus zero is stupid. It's fucking plus zero, man. Piece of shit. Now this is even I'm not less anymore. And there was something here. Fucking plus zero. Yeah, the C3 gave me a chance to create something. Okay, maybe I should analyze that a bit for it to be quality. Yeah, but I cannot. There's nothing else on the screen. The stupid browser thing. Not from there, now to string. Yeah, the problem is with chess.com, if you go 10-0, they will pair you. If you go 10-5, they won't pair you. You would sit for 5 minutes. And 15-10 is too long, maybe. I can do 5-5. I'll do 10-5. Again, this fucking stupid. Now I have to configure the properties again or something. I think it's showing well. I don't care. Yeah, that is the problem. If you go 10-5, then there nobody plays 10-5, so they're gonna take forever to pair. 10-0, they will immediately pair, but you cannot play 10-0 while explaining stuff. I don't know why people say mouse is faster. I cannot play fast with the mouse, but I can play fast with phone. Hmm. Then knight e6 is mate, and here knight f7 is mate. Double attack? That's a very weird double attack. Interesting. Dovetail. I have to take with that. Okay. P1 defended. Why is that even a problem? So, which makes one thing obvious for me that everything has to come with checks. That's how that observation helps. Yeah, I'm moving very slower than how my mind is perceiving things. What am I, black? Am I white? What am I? I'm black, so that's I have to go towards white skin. Here's white skin. How's that? Okay, here and then I'll take my page 4, queen G, queen G6 now. So it has to be, yeah, to make him come on E3, then queen B6 would have been mate. Hmm, what is this? Oh, double fret. Wow, these are direct lines, like about what it means. No, they are. 6 takes, discovered attack. Too slow with the mouse. Like, why would mouse be any faster than phone? Is moving your thumb going to be faster, or moving the whole wrist is going to be faster? So I don't know. I don't understand why people feel mouse is faster. I can play much faster on phone. I can't see full board. Yeah, I don't know if there's a film properties. Can you see the full board now? I don't know how old that comment is. Touchpad on Mac is hard. Yeah. Yeah, hold touchpad, then you're still having to move your foot around. Yeah, but I could see from your bullet games also, even if you try to play fast, you just cannot pre-move. If like both players are trying to pre-move, like let's say there's last 5 seconds left for both sides in a bullet game, and both are trying to pre-move to flag each other, then you won't be able to pre-move as fast. So the move would opponent's move would actually appear on the board before you could actually make a pre-move. In which case you're not pre-moving, he's the only one pre-moving. No, I'm not talking about you getting nervous. I'm talking about how even if your mind is working that fast, your mouse is not following that fast. So it takes time. Okay, so first of all, is the screen thing all right? Now can you see the board? I'll start again. But the problem is again, it's fucking chess.com. If I play 10 plus 0, then they will pay me immediately. But then there's that problem where I cannot explain or get it on time. So I'm gonna play 3 plus 2 now. Let's see how it goes. Again, a stupid King's Indian structure. Is this Poland or Indonesia? I hope it's not Indonesia, but okay. Bishop f4. Yeah, so he's going e5 sooner or later, isn't he? But in the King's Indian, this knight comes to d2, so I don't know what the hell he's doing. It's not playing the actual King's Indian attack system. Okay, now he is. He played h3 so that I don't get this. But this bishop goes here in the King's Indian attack. So he's getting ready to move that away. Alright, it's gonna be f4. No, no, no. If I do this, he will go knight g3. Actually, if he goes knight g3, do I have g5? Simply trapping? No, doesn't trap anything. Well, I remember from how you principally play against the King's Indian is you just allow the attack and let them come. And then you generate your counter on the queen side. But his bishop being where, light square bishop being where he is, I'm not sure. Not sure. Let's see. Oh, that is not King's Indian anymore. That is very weird. That is, yeah, that is like him playing with split nines. What to do? Which is actually worked in his favor because against this, then I don't want to close down or anything. I guess it's game b6. Let's see what it does. Mhm. It's a 3+2. I forget. I keep forgetting. Time controls. So this is 3+2. I have to play it like a 3+2. Well, we go b5. Should I be worried about c4 in that case? I don't know. Maybe we should go out here. I don't want this blocking arrow in case I could. Yeah, it did also dot. Right. So it didn't really generate his kingside, kings in an attack style play. He's actually trying to now counter the queenside play, which gets very weird. Hmm. So he's going to do that. Fine. I'm fine with it. Where is not going nowhere. Going h4, but that's it. So after takes, I'm going to go a4 or something. Should I go actually here? I'm relieving a lot of pressure on him, on his d4 point, which is very committal. But I'm not closing the position down completely. I'm having ideas after that to then push with the here, and this is then a backwards one. And he is not generating. any immediate play on the king side. Okay, I'm gonna lose some time for no reason. It's going a3, you can go to a3, no problem. Now his place coming. I should look here. Who's the also getting blind? Oh, son of a bitch, reconnected. How does it reconnect at the right at the end? It didn't disconnect the whole game. Why is my internet disconnecting at the fucking end? Yeah, that's the problem with chess.com. The lag is the ping is much higher here. Both of our chess playing options suck. Chess.com sucks, leeches suck, and that's it. There's no third one. This is a very nice game so far now for black. It was controlled. It was controlled very nicely. It's controlled till the end very nicely. And for that, this was a conversion. This is a conversion. This should have been a conversion. All the moves are very nice, and out of nowhere, black has generated quite a decent amount of advantage. Like I can show here. The Indian is going to go like at least plus, yeah, minus. It's going over to two, right? Yeah. I haven't ever said 1.5, but oh yeah, it is 1.6. Yeah, so it is like that. It is a great. It's just a great position, even if it doesn't land. The thing is, white played in a King's Indian style setup, but this is very important to understand that the what is the King's Indian setup trying to do is trying to generate play on the king side, and it is white who tries to quickly generate play on the queen side to counter that. But if you're going to play King's Indian attacks and then switch it in the middle to play on the queen side because you have done nothing on the king side, you have generated nothing on the king side, and you're just confused. Yeah, this I called. The second the F1 pushes, you have to be conscious. It's fine, I don't mind losing this. They're instructive. Now the French. Nice. Rubinstein. Oh, I like this. I love this. It's going to be attacking ideas. A load of attacking ideas. I do castle kingside. Not that I don't castle kingside. Now I put a knight in d4 and he won't be able to touch it. If he goes h3 at any point, knight f2 will come. And for that, this is a very important move. The son of a bitch managed to find. Usually the reason they go knight g3 is because they do not want to exchange pieces. Right? They do not want to help black, so-called help black. Right? In the 1920s, the classical players they wrote this in their annotations when the Rubinstein was playing this Rubinstein variation for the first time. They were writing this in their annotations that this is the best thing white could do because logically there's a reasoning for it. Logical reasoning is that black is more cramped, so you are helping the superfluous knight, which are, stepping on each other's toes. So instead of taking or allowing him to take, you then go g3, knight g3. But then now over time they realize that okay, that is not that good because black generates a lot of attacking play after that. So if he didn't play knight e4, then uh, after this he has no way to kick that knight from there because any h3 would have allowed knight takes f2, and then this knight would hang. So he had to move this before I moved it there. So, but try to understand how illogical now this is because that's exactly what he um, uh, ran from the first time. So this doesn't make logical sense, right? Of course, it was the only thing to do. Okay, the rooks in the Rubinstein go on d8. Maybe c8. Yeah, now that he's put his queen there, I like it on c8. Mhm, 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 mhm. Yeah, okay. Yeah, if I go here, you can check. But that's also not you to worry about the take, 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 don't take, don't take, don't take. Yeah, it's not working. Again, I forgot the splits. So this bishop's placement on c5 allows queen b3, and that allows the threat of this. Um, he will have this. I take, he takes. Yeah. So this is the reason why, even though they sounded very logical, the classically trained chess masters in the 1900s, early 1900s, like 1907 or 8 is when Rubinstein started playing this. He was probably playing it before that. That's where I saw his games from. And then in the notations given later, like even by Schlechter, um, and all those, classically trained, they are like, why would you ever take an f6 and allow knight takes you and help black? This is the reason why. Because then, yeah, they look like they're cramped, but then combined with these bishops and the queen going to c7, those knights are not that great of a defender. They are great defenders, but the attack is a little too much. It is still very uncomfortable to defend, practically speaking. Over the board, I've only faced this knight back to g3 once, and I've That was a lovely game. I won, of course. Okay. But this is what I love to play against. It gets very tactical, and there are a lot of attacking themes. I'll have to go now, but I will be back later. Alright, fine. I'm actually going to end the stream now because I've been streaming for like 3 hours. This was fantastic. Okay.